Hello, my name is Connie Smith, and today we're going to talk a little bit about the emerald ash borer. The emerald ash borer, as I'm sure many of you are aware, creates a D-shaped emergence hole in ash trees. Now keep in mind what's really important, that you realize that the emerald ash borer really only affects ash trees. The larvae of the emerald ash borer kind of looks like a flat tapeworm, and you will begin to see kind of a S pattern within the layers of the tree once your ash trees have been affected with the emerald ash borer or have been infected with the emerald ash borer. Here's a few fast facts about the emerald ash borer. We just mentioned that it feeds only on all species of ash trees. So if you have a maple tree in your lawn and you're questioned as to, I think the emerald ash borer is here, no, that can't happen. Again, they feed only on green, white, black, and blue ash. Now, the adults emerge beginning in late May. And as they emerge, they leave that small hole that has that distinctive D shape that we saw in the previous slide. They will feed on the foliage for 1 or 2 weeks prior to mating. Keep in mind, the females will produce about 50 to 100 eggs, and they are laid individually on the bark surface or within bark cracks and crevices. As the larvae hatch, they begin to tunnel into the tree and they feed throughout the summer and early fall. And then when they excavate, they leave that S shape or that serpentine gallery that we talked about. Keep in mind, adults are only going to feed on tree foliage, but really the larvae does most of the damage because it'll girdle some roots and then it tunnels under the bark and leaves that serpentine design. It feeds on tissue and it disrupts the flow of water and nutrients to the tree. If you have ash trees around the farmstead and you realize they have become infected with the emerald ash borer because of the disruption of the flow of nutrients to your tree, that tree death will occur within 2 to 4 years after you notice the first infestation. What can you do? Well, as a homeowner, you can decide if the ash trees need to be kept or replaced. If kept, you have to realize that you're going to begin a treatment program, and those treatment programs have to be done annually. Now, the treatments can be professionally done, or you can do it yourself, and they're going to cost anywhere from about $25 to $150 per tree per year. Again, that has to be done every year once you begin the treatments. Municipalities, if some of you happen to be on township trustees or have some friends who are in municipalities, many municipalities have been developing long-term plans and short-term removals of these ash trees. Keep in mind, for many years, ash trees were known as street trees, and they lined many, many streets. Removal of an ash tree within a street or within a municipality or small city or village is somewhere in the $600 range. The city of Pickerington has about 600 ash trees within its boundary, and if you remember, the first emerald ash borer sighting in Fairfield County was right on the edge of the Fairfield-Licking County line, right up there along I-70. So some municipalities have chosen to go the treatment route, and they're going to treat those highly impacted ash trees to try to save those trees. If you choose as a homeowner to treat your ash trees around your home or farmstead, the recommended treatment for homeowners is Bayer Advanced Garden Tree and Shrub Insect Control. I just checked at a local greenhouse the first of the week, and 40 ounces of that product is about $29.99. The active ingredient you're going to look for is imidacloprid, and you want to apply that as a soil drench around the tree in May or early June. So fellas out there, you might as well put it on your honey-do list around Memorial Day weekend to start to do the soil drench around any ash trees Memorial Day weekend would be the perfect time to do that. And you do not need any kind of special tools. Really, all you need is a sprinkling can or a water bucket and a bottle of Bear Advanced Garden Tree and Shrub Insect Control. You want to apply 1 ounce per inch of tree circumference. And again, I can't stress enough, once you start this treatment, you have to follow it every year. Research does indicate that once the soil drench is started, it provides excellent protection for small ash trees less than 6 inches in diameter. But larger trees sometimes will require 2 years of treatment before they are protected. So it's really important, if you notice or you think that you have ash trees, to be checking them out and to be sure that you don't already have an infestation of the emerald ash borer. At sites, and this is from the Michigan State University Extension, at sites where infested ash trees have been treated with a soil drench for 3 years, about half of the trees survived and look very healthy. The other half, of course, have died, but these trees were heavily infested when these tests at Michigan State University began. So there's a little tip or a hint or a little update on the emerald ash borer, some things you as a homeowner can do. Keep in mind that needs to be put on the honey-do list for you to do around Memorial Day weekend, and you need to remember to do that every year and do it as an active soil drench. Active ingredient is imidacloprid, and it again, Bear Advanced Tree and Shrub.